The Oklahoma Sooners and the Texas Longhorns.
Richmond McGee will be kicking off for Texas. He's from Garland, Texas, walk-on originally. 21 6'4", 200-pounder petroleum engineering major. He's also their punter in most cases. Richmond McGee. Mark Bradley will go deep to the near side, and the far side is Travis Wilson. Rankins on the near side. He's alive with 3 deep. Rankins, Wilson, and the deepest man at the 1-yard line to the south is Mark Bradley.
Bradley's a good choice anytime. Rankins has been nursing that ankle a little bit, Bob, and I think that's why he's not back at the center position. Either one of them, I think we like back there.
Okay, we're set to go. The 99th duel, Oklahoma, Texas. And the Sooners will have the ball first as soon as we get the okay from the referee, Al Dowden. The umpire standing over the ball, Steve Story, at the Texas 35. The Longhorns will be on defense first, the Sooners on offense. And, of course, when Texas comes on the offense, we will give you that lineup as well. All right, we're set to go. The umpire backs away and says, let's get it underway. Mark Bradley, the deepest man for Oklahoma. There is McGee approaching the ball, and we are underway. Nice end over and kick about 4 yards deep in the end zone. Bradley run it out. Straight up the field. 5, 10, 15. Doesn't reach the 20. He's tackled at about the 16-yard line. Sort of ran into his own man there, but it will not get out to the 20, which it would have had he just touched it back.
I think the blocker sort of thought he would stay in the end zone and didn't aggressively go get into position like he should have.
Oklahoma's 16-yard line, a 21-yard return actually is where he caught the ball. Kewan Jones will start at tailback. Runnels will be the fullback. It will be an offset I formation and 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right, or vice versa, 2 to the right and 1 to the left. Runnels in motion. Under center is Jason White. Hands the ball off Kewan Jones. Big hole over left tackle. Breaks at the 19 to the 20. Still going 24-yard line. Nice hole on the left side, opened up by Wes Sims and Chris Bush. Boy, that was a nice hole.
And J.D. Reynolds.
Right. Yeah,
I think he popped one pretty good out here, too.
Gain of 8, 2nd and 2 for the Sooners at their own 24. Reynolds is out and Peoples is in on a second down. Almost sort of a free down here, Merv, right, with only 2 yards to go.
Yeah, you this early probably might not try to take advantage of it, although they've got single coverage out to the right.
We got shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers to both sides. White races up, fires a pass in the flat, caught for the first down. Wilson cuts upfield, 30, 35, lost his balance at the 33 before he reached the 35. Almost turned it upfield. A pickup of 9, and the Sooners have their first down at the 33-yard line in Oklahoma's end of the field.
As we pointed out, they had single coverage to the right. I have a feeling Jason had the option to either run the football if they doubled or throw it if they had single coverage. And it gives you comfort in that senior quarterback to be able to do things like that.
Reynolds back in the lineup, I formation now, tight end on the right. Kewan is in motion from right to left, Bubba Moses. Here's the turn. Fake to Kewan, rolling left is White. Pass caught by Reynolds at the 43, 40, down at the 43-yard line. He was wide open. That'll be right there where the first down was needed. He actually caught the ball behind the 40 and went up to the 43 on the rollout pass to the left, and that was J.D. Reynolds. 10-yard pickup, and as far as receiving is concerned for Reynolds, that's his 5th pass of the reception of the year. Second Sooner first down. They have it at their own 43-yard line. Start from the opening kickoff. Sooners have the ball. Wilson wide right. 3 wide receivers left. Moses now shifts to tight end right. Single tailback. Kewan Jones under center is White. From the Oklahoma 43. Clayton in motion. Slot left to the right. Handoff goes to Kewan Jones. Cuts upfield. Oh, he's knocked back with a great tackle at the 45. Boy, he was really hit by Roderick Wright. That guy really nailed Kewan after a pickup of only 2. Shotgun formation. Tight end on the right. Peterson is to the right. Quick flat pass caught by Clayton. The 43, 45. He's at 50 down at the Texas 48-yard line. Or 49 and maybe short of the 48. So it's the Texas 49. Pickup from the 45 in Sooner territory to the Texas 49. Clayton making a good move. 6-yard pickup. Aaron Harris on the tackle, and it brings up a 3rd and 2. And the Sooners have been very successful on 3rd down conversion, 66%. And this is their first third down attempt in this game. I formation. Reynolds and Peterson in motion. Left to right is Roberts. Quick handoff. Pass. Wide open. In and out. Intercepted at the 31-yard line by Texas. Up the sideline. 35, 40, and knocked out of bounds in the OU bench. Intercepted by Michael Huff off the fingertips of James Moses. So the Sooners get 2 first downs, then turn it over as Huff picks it off for Texas, and the Longhorns have the first takeaway.
That was a great plan. Went awry by just a little off. Tight end tipped it right into Texas' hands. I think it's a great thought, 3rd and 2, to come out and run play action, especially with Peterson in the game.
A double tight end for Texas to start things off. Benson is the tailback. Here's the gift to Benson. He's hit hard. Tackled by Brodney Poole after he picks up 2 from the Texas 45 to the Texas 47. Second down 8 for Texas from their own 47 after getting the turnover at the Texas 45-yard line. Let's go down to Mark Rogers. Mark?
Bob, it looked like Moses had a little bit of difficulty getting off the line of scrimmage, and it was a little bit awkward when he turned around to look for the pass. I think that's what caused the interception.
Second down play. That was only White's second interception of the year, by the way. 3 wide receivers to the right. Handoff to Benson over right tackle. Comes to rest across the 50 at the Oklahoma 49-yard line. Lance Mitchell tripped him up as Benson was kind of stumbling all the way. But a pickup of about 4 to the Oklahoma 49. And it brings up a third down. First time for Texas for a third down situation. And their third down conversions, they have been 43% on the year. They have the Oklahoma 49. Need 4 yards to go on the third down play. No score. 11:03 to go first quarter. Texas and Oklahoma. Scape is the tight end on the left side. Thomas is right. He's tight end. 3 wide receivers to the short side of the field. Under center is Vince Young. Thomas in motion. Vince Young back to pass. Quick spot pass. No good. Intended for Scape. Flag is down at the 44-6 in Oklahoma territory. Lance Mitchell was covering Scape. Flag from the far side. Probably pass interference. Let's see. Pass interference is signaled against Oklahoma, and it'll be a first down for Texas, even though the referee's mic is not working. So the spot foul puts the ball at the 50, and I make it the 45, beg your pardon, and that's in Oklahoma territory, and brings up first down number 1, and Texas has it at the Oklahoma 45. Ron Allens has replaced Lance Mitchell. A little checking up on the play. Ball at the 45 in Sooner territory. Shotgun formation. Vince Young hands the ball. He keeps the ball. Right side, gets away from one tackler. He's at the 40. He's at the 35 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Somebody lost a shoe out there. He broke the tackle of Larry Burdine going to the right. Boy, that was dangerous there, wasn't it?
Well, that's what you're fearful of, is that they get your attention with Benson and hit the home run with Young. Because he is so elusive, and he's obviously in much more spread out situations than Benson's going to be. And that's going to really stretch linebackers and secondary people to stay at home and make good tackles.
14-yard gain puts Texas for their second first down at the Oklahoma 31. Shotgun this time. Vince Young gets the snap. Reads it, gets it Benson. He gets nowhere. That was that zone, almost an option play type thing where Young gets the ball, puts it in the belly of Benson, and sort of lets Benson ride to the left tackle or right tackle. Ron Allen makes the stop. Actually, may have lost a half a yard there. Brings up second down play, and we'll still call it 10. A little more than that, actually, at the Oklahoma 31-yard line. Texas not substituting anyone. We're used to seeing all kinds of substitutions come in. Now wide to the left side is Tony Jeffrey, one of their top receivers. Nate Jones to the right, double tight end, Scape and Thomas. Under center is Vince Young, takes the ball, fakes it to Benson, rolling back right, throws a pass, incomplete. And boy, Scape was nailed by Brodney Poole, but the pass, he didn't have a chance to catch it. He was really hit hard. 3rd and 10 at the Oklahoma 31 for Texas.
Scary thing there, though. Young could have taken off running, and even if it looks like the Sooners got somebody in the area, he is so difficult to get down. He just scares me to death every time he pulls that ball out.
Carl Pendleton out and Brandon Shelby in. It's the Sooners have an extra defensive back in now. 3rd and 10 from the Oklahoma 31. Wide left, 2 wide receivers. Wide to the right, 1.
They can't get lined up.
And the Sooners now got to call a timeout. They having trouble on defense, and Rufus Alexander's very upset with the defense. Time in from the Oklahoma 31-yard line. Texas third down play and 10. Jeffrey and Carter left. Nate Jones wide right. We have tight end on the left side. Is David Thomas. Shotgun formation. Vince Young raised up. Quarterback draw. He's down way behind the line. Dante Nicholson shot in and made him cut, and he slipped and fell way back at the 38-yard line. So a loss of 7. That may have taken him out of field goal range.
Oh, I think definitely it did. That could be a 55-yarder.
So Texas looked as though they were on the way, as did Oklahoma when they first got it. Neither team able to score their first time, at least it appears that, as the Longhorns now will bring in Richmond McGee, the junior punter, 21, 6'4", and 200 pounds. Antonio Perkins at the 10-yard line, waiting to receive the punt. Punter standing at his own 48. McGee averaging 39.5 yards per kick on the year. Snap is on the money. The kick is high. It'll go over Perkins' head, hits at the 2, and bounds upfield, and it'll be killed by Texas inside the 5. Wow, that was exactly what a kicker likes. It's not what the Sooners wanted. They'll put it at the 4. So a 34-yard punt, absolutely perfectly executed by McGee, and the Sooners have their second possession. First time they start at their own 16, now they start at their own 4-yard line.
Field position certainly hasn't been in their favor so far to start your possessions. That's just exactly what a punter wants right there. They get in a punt safe, making sure that the ball is kicked if there's not a trick play. And so he can be very deliberate and put something down there that might do just exactly what that punt did.
Peterson, the top of the eye. Reynolds, the fullback. Under center, Jason White. 1st and 10 from the Oklahoma 4. No score. 8:59 to go first quarter. The turn, give to Peterson.
Oh, my
outside,
goodness.
wide open. 15, 20, up the sideline, 25, 30, 35, 40, and out of bounds. Saved a touchdown for Texas was Michael Huff, as it was wide open around the right side, and it's a 44-yard run from the 4-yard line up to the 44-yard. Well, they're marking it at the 48-yard run. 44 yards it is. Wow. How about that, Merv?
That ought to get rid of a few butterflies. I tell you, the left side of the defense disappeared right there. Obviously, Adrian made a good run, but there wasn't anything special with his speed. The defense disappeared over on that side.
So the ball is at the Oklahoma 48, 1st and 10. Peterson at the top of the eye. Again, the eye, man in motion from right to left. Here's the pitch sweep. There's a reverse to Clayton. Going back to his right. Can't find a hole. Hit behind the line, but fights forward and may get back to the line of scrimmage.
Good thought right there to try to get the ball to another good athlete by giving it to one first and letting him pitch it off.
Especially if Peterson just made the long run, so they pitched it to him sweeping left. He pitched it to Clayton coming back from left to right.
Defense played it very well.
Yeah, they did. Loss of a yard back to the Oklahoma 47. 2nd down 11 for the Sooners. No score. 8:20 to go first quarter. Mark Bradley replaces Clayton. He's out wide left. Wilson wide right. Tight end on the right side is Moses. Wilson in motion, I formation. Peterson at the top of the eye.
Yeah, they could run it again.
Pitch to sweeping left side, cuts upfield, 50-yard line in Texas territory. Still going down across the 45 to the 40-yard line, and a flag is thrown. It looks like it hit the sideline, and
Texas is going to get the ball.
Let's see what happens here. There may have been a fumble just as Peterson was hit. Let's go down to Mark Rogers. Mark.
I think Oklahoma's going to keep the possession of the football here, guys, but it's very fortunate. Adrian Peterson had that ball wrestled away from his hands right at the last moment along the sidelines. Pretty physical play by the Texas defensive back. Oklahoma's very fortunate to keep the ball here.
That was Giger, who was that great defensive back that did that, Merv.
I tell you what, though, Bob, what I thought was going to happen was the same play they ran the 4-yard line. It was just as there that time, the way the defense aligned, as it was the first time.
So it's at the Texas 43. First down, number 4 for Oklahoma. That's 40. It's 3rd and 1. Let's back up there. 3rd and 1. Give to Peterson, left side. Big hole, 40, and out of bounds for the first down. Down, and a flag out of bounds. Late hit out of bounds. Mark, let's go down to you.
Flag thrown right as Adrian Peterson went out of bounds, and it looked like it was Harris that came over and hit Adrian Peterson late, but they may be holding here on Oklahoma. We'll see. This is a tough call.
All right, the linesman's coming to the referee, Hal Dowden. They have holding on Oklahoma. That was the call rather than a late hit. That rubs out the first down, which was down inside the 40. to about the 36. Boy, his mic doesn't work very well, Hal Dowden, obviously, and so they will just tell you it's holding. I don't know who it's on. It'll be about 10-yard penalty. Puts it back at the Texas 48-yard line, and it is a third down.
Holding on short yardage or holding inside the 5-yard line just kills you, Bob. It just absolutely is so damaging.
So the Texas 48. Jason White came over to the sideline to get the play. It is a third down play, and needs to go 6 yards for the first down. Shotgun formation. Texas showing blitz. In motion is Moses. From the shotgun, Jason White. Back to pass. Pretty good protection. Throws a pass. It's incomplete. In off the hand. Late flag now at the 29-yard line.
They may have been holding the inside receiver. Yeah.
Let's see. We have Terrell Brown was, I think, holding Bradley. Is that right, Mark? Let's go down to you again.
It looked like Bradley was going to take and run a fly route. He kind of broke off, and the Texas defensive back grabbed him, guys. So, yeah, holding against Texas.
So that will be a first down. Here's automatic first down, 10-yard penalty. So the Sooners finally got that fourth first down after the penalty on Oklahoma and then a penalty on Texas. And that puts the ball at the 38-yard line in Texas territory. Now, there they got another conference out there. Merv, I don't know what they're talking about. The officials.
Well, I don't know. He pointed over this way, but nothing much came of it.
All right, that's the fourth first down for Oklahoma via the penalty route. And it's at the Texas 38. There is no score. We have 7:32 to go first quarter. As both teams had the first time, couldn't score. T1 Jones is now in it to the right of Jason White, who's in the shotgun. Reynolds in motion from left to right from the Texas 38. First down. The fake to Jones. Back to pass. Fires it downfield. Caught and knocked out of bounds. No pass. Giger hit Brandon Jones in midair and drove him out of bounds. So the official rules he would not have come down inbounds had he not been hit. I guess is what the rule is.
That's the rule. At some point, I guess it's pro ball. If you're carried out of bounds and can't get your feet down, they will give it to you. But I don't think that's necessarily the rule in college ball, and I'm not sure of the difference. But he never touched his foot down with the ball in his hand.
So it's the great pass protection is what I've noticed.
Yeah, it's been good both times.
3 wide receivers right for the Sooners, and tight end left is Moses from the shotgun. Showing blitz. Texas 38. Jason White gives the ball to T1 Jones. He hit hard as he reaches the 36. Derek Johnson blasted him, and I think that's where he'll come to rest. Make out to the 35. Let's see where they put it. They'll back it up to 36 as we called it. Gain of only 2. And it brings up a third down play and 8.
Had a nice hole over there, but they couldn't wall off the weak side linebacker.
Third down, 8 yards to go for the Sooners. Critical down here because they, of course, are out of field goal range right now. T1 Jones at the left of Jason White. 4 wide receivers in the game for Oklahoma. White back, blitzes out, fires a pass down the middle, almost intercepted. Clayton slipped, and Michael Huff, who picked one off earlier, almost had his second interception. So that brings the Sooners out of downs. It's fourth down from the Texas 36. Still no score, and 6:42 to go in the first quarter. It seems to me like the guys are slipping a little bit with that missed call.
It seems so. Sure does. That was a good job of regaining the field position, though, that they had lost on that first interception and then the ensuing punt down to the 4-yard line. At least got the field position back for the Sooners.
Blake Ferguson back to kick for Oklahoma, and the line of scrimmage is the Texas 36. So he'll be trying to, I suppose, do a similar kick that Texas did a moment ago. 43.9 yards per kick is the average on Ferguson. Sooners take a delay game to get a little more room in the punting, I would guess. Sooner fans, be sure to sign up to go bowling with Best Western and the Sooners. Now you can sign up at Best Western Sports Sooners Fan, bestwesternsoonerfan.com, and win 4 plane tickets, 4 game tickets, and a $500 hotel gift card, all for the Sooners bowl game this season, courtesy of Best Western. Once again, that address on the internet, bestwesternSoonersFan.com. All right, now the penalty puts it back to 41 in Texas territory.
They don't have enough men on the line of scrimmage. The Sooners don't. They're going to get penalized. No, they're okay now.
All right. 14 yards deep. Snap is on the money to Ferguson. Puts the ball high in the air. Very high. Lots of hang time. Hits at the 4. It goes into the end zone. Got away from Bradley. It skipped away from him. Wasn't his fault. And into the end zone. So a 41-yard punt. And Texas takes over at their own 20. And we still have no score with 6:33 left to go in period number 1.
Good job of the Texas defender keeping Bradley from getting over to position to down it like he did last week. It's obviously they saw that and worked on it.
Texas from its own 20. First time in the true I formation. Gift to Benson. Hit in the backfield and down short of the 20. Maybe right at the 20.
Magruder.
Glenn Magruder on the tackle. Magruder from Las Vegas, Nevada. 22-6-3 and 302. Well, great play. Official will mark it right at the 20, so it's no gain. Second down 10 for Texas from their own 20-yard line. No score, 6:14 to go first quarter. The Longhorns in their road white. The Sooners designated the home team this year. They alternate years being the home team here in the Cotton Bowl. Texas breaks the huddle. 2 wide receivers right. Again, the I formation. Tied in on the left is Scaife. Under center now. This I is Vince Young. Matthews, the fullback. Young fakes the roll out. Throws a pass. It's caught the 22 by Matthews. Tackled by Brodney Poole at the 26-yard line. A pickup of about 6, maybe 7, depending on where they mark it, and ended near the sideline. They'll put it at the 27. So a 7-yard pickup, and that brings up third down play and 3. And Texas is 1 for 2 on third down conversion.
Good job by Jonathan Jackson and not being fooled on the bootleg and then leaping high in the air to at least make Young have to throw over him.
Double tight end now for Texas, and 2 wide receivers left, 1 right, and shotgun formation on a 3rd and 3 from the Texas 27. Vince Young gives to Benson, big hole up the middle. He gets the first down and breaks to the 40-yard line. He read that zone play we've talked about where he puts it in the belly and either gives it to him or not, and he got from the 27, 13 yards up to the 40. Lance Mitchell on the stop.
Lance is stung again, I believe.
Mitchell's out of the lineup because of that shoulder, right, Merv?
Looks like he stung his arm or his shoulder one. Had to come out earlier.
So Texas has their 3rd first down. They have the ball at the 40-yard line. Hand off to Benson. Left tackle. Finds some daylight. Gets up to the 44 or 45. So Benson finding some legs and running room here in this series right here, Merv.
Well, he didn't on the first play, but he certainly did on the 3rd and the 4th. Gayron Allen's in at middle linebacker now, and of course played there much of the year last year, so that's not a new position for him.
Dan Cody and Burdine at the ends. 2 wide receivers left for Texas and 1 to the right. Tight end is Scaife on the right side. Shotgun formation. Keeper is Young. Young dives up for a couple of yards. Nice play from behind was Rufus Alexander, who got Vince Young at the 48. Actually picked up 3 on the play. And that brings up a 3rd and 2 for Texas from their own 48.
Pretty well played right there. We can live with that play. That's for sure.
3:58 to go first quarter. No score. Vince Young has got the play signaled in from the bench. Wide to the left side goes Lima Swede. He's a good receiver. Jeffrey's out there to the left side as well. And to the right, Thomas is to the right. Scaife on the tight end right side. Here is the gift to Benson. Finds the daylight. Has the first down. Crosses the 50. Hard to get down. They're double, triple teaming him. He fights for it almost to the Oklahoma 45. Boy, he was hard to bring down that time. Cedric is 6'0", 225, a senior 3-year letterman from Midland. And he wanted that extra yardage and got it. Gain from the 48, 6 yards, down to the Oklahoma 46. And it's the 2nd first down this drive, the 4th in the game for Texas. And the ball is at the Oklahoma 46.
That's how those 2 backs complement each other. You get concerned about Young, they'll hurt you with Benson, and vice versa. They're great complement to one another.
From the Oklahoma 46, under center now is Vince Young, offset I formation. In motion from the left side, Thomas back to pass Young. Sooners rushing, and now he'll run out of the pocket, gets down across the 40 and is tackled at the 40. Nice tackle by Rufus Alexander, but a 5 or 6 yard pickup from the 46 down to the 40. As he couldn't find a receiver open, ran with it, and boy, that's when he's dangerous.
That's when he's dangerous, but at least the secondary were in place and had people covered pretty well. I think your rushing unit will get used to dealing with that type of activity as the game goes along.
Sweet and Jeffrey wide left, and we have Scaife tight end on the right from the 40 in Oklahoma territory. Second down 4. No score first quarter. Sooners showing blitz. There's the hit. Just as he got the ball,
Cody.
That was Cody who came in and smacked Vince Young right as he tried to throw the screen, and a loss back to the 44. Dan Cody from Ada. What a play by Cody.
It really was. I think that might have been an audible by the quarterback as he saw the people pressing in from the defense's right to blitz. He may have changed the play, but it didn't change Cody's path at all.
Both teams making some substitutions. Texas now has the ball on a 3rd and 8. Cedric Benson out of the lineup for the first time. Matthews replaces him. He's to the left of Young, who's in the shotgun. Double tight end for Texas. 3rd down play and 8. Running left to Young. Throws a pass. Underthrown and incomplete. Great rush by the Sooners on the right side. And Young had to hurry his throw, and it's incomplete. And it's 4th down. Good defense.
Yeah, good job. Good job.
From the Oklahoma 44, it'll be 4th down for Texas. No score. We have only 1:43 to go in the first quarter. Antonio Perkins is deep, and Richmond McGee will be punting for Texas. He punted 34 yards, and it hit at the 2 and bounced back up to 4, you'll remember earlier. Again, he's kicking from left to right. Waiting now for the deep snap. It's on the money. McGee puts the toe into it, kicks it very, very high. And Perkins signals for a catch and takes it at the 15-yard line. He waited very, very late to signal fair catch, and then he had to hurry. It's kind of a good catch after he signaled. So the punt travels only 29 yards, and the Sooners will have it when time is back in. There's Jason White. Reynolds in motion. Here's the turn, the fake to Peterson, the little pass, caught at the 19, and upfield on his feet at the 23-yard line. What a tremendous effort by Reynolds, who made the catch and then just kept those feet churning, and he got an extra yard or so.
He got a bunch of yards after catch, 3 or 4 at least. Nice play, and good to see the Sooners continue. You know, they've had a couple of poor things happen to them in the past that I don't know that's anybody's problem, but they not give up on it. Keep it going.
Second down 2 for Oklahoma. An 8-yard pickup on that pass play. I formation, Kewan Jones, or is that Peterson? Peterson it is in the top of the I. Man in motion from right to left. Pitch to Peterson. Sweeping left side. Not much there for him this time. Puts the head down. He's lost back to the 18. Texas corrected their wide defense a little bit.
Bob, they really... where he broke it first and where I thought they were going to run it the second time is not into that structure. There's no tight end over here. They took Clayton and cleared him across in motion away from the tight end, left the tight end sitting there on the end of the line, and the defense just basically disappeared. And it did it the second time it happened when they faked the reverse.
3rd and 7 as the loss went back to the 18. And now Kewan Jones is in the backfield. Sooners doing some shifting. Shotgun formation. Texas showing 6 men in there on the line of scrimmage defensively. Here's the snap to Jason White. He looks up. He throws the pass. It's incomplete off the fingertips of Clayton. And defending on the play was Michael Huff, who's been a thorn in the Sooner side. So Oklahoma did not get a first down on that series, that possession, and 4th down play and 7, they'll be forced to punt away. No score with 8 seconds to go in the first quarter.
The sweep hurt them on second down. They lost yardage, and it really wasn't there. There wasn't anything Adrian or anybody else could have done, but that play really hurt them in that series.
Back deep to receive is Aaron Ross from Tyler, Texas. Ferguson now will be kicking against the slight north breeze. Waiting for the deep snap from Rice. It's on the money. Here's the kick. Almost blocked, really. Falling, good kick upfield across the 45 and to the 44. There's a flag on the far side at the 18. 38-yard punt if it stands up. Let's see what the flag was all about. I don't know whether it could be anything, Merv, right?
It really could. It's
illegal procedure, Oklahoma. Let's see whether Texas wants them to kick it again or not. At any rate, we're through the first quarter, unless they put time back on the clock. So Texas has
I would think Texas would like this field position.
So that's the end of the first quarter. They declined the penalty, as you sort of heard from the referee. In addition to everything else at this aging Cotton Bowl, they need to fix the referee's mind. Nothing after one. Oklahoma and Texas. Here are the left. I formation. Matthews and Benson in the I from the Texas 44. First and 10. Jeffrey in motion. Fake to gift to Jeffrey on the end around. Upfield. 45, 50, and out of bounds into the Texas bench. Great block on the play by fullback Will Matthews. And good speed by Jeffrey, who came from wide left. Got the handoff and went wide to the right. And came to rest after pickup 8 yards from the Texas 44 to the Oklahoma 48.
I don't think the defense was fooled in a big way by that. They were in pretty good position, but the offense really blocked that well over there on the perimeter.
Now, Rufus Alexander limping out. That's not good news. Nate Jones wide to the right. Wide left is Jeffrey. Second down play 2 for Texas. The Oklahoma 48 I formation. Vince Young sends Jeffrey in motion. This time give to Benson. He's hit hard and knocked back. Boy, Gayron Allen just wiped out Benson as he hit the hole and then he came back. Len McGruger also helped out. He may have lost a yard on that play, Merv.
Not by their spot, but...
Hand out to Benson. Keeper by Young. And he's hit and wrestled down for a loss. Well, Oklahoma was all over that play as I was faked out momentarily. Magruder makes a great play as Young kept it, was lost for a yard at the 50.
Really did. I think that Massey made a good play. He blitzed from this side, and he recognized that that Young didn't have, or that the fullback didn't have the ball, and passed him up and went for Young. That's good recognition. It'd be very easy to tackle that fullback, and he helped catch the play from behind.
And now Richmond McGee in to punt the ball. Texas doesn't get a first down there. Possession that time either. We have a sort of a defensive struggle. No question. Nothing with 13:35 to go before halftime. The deep snap is on the money to McGee. And the Sooners have return on. There's a kick. Perkins catches over his shoulder all the way back at the 8-yard line. Looks for a crease. Can't find much, and it's snowed under. At the, let's see, that's the 13-yard line. A punt that travels 41 yards and a 4-yard return as Perkins just simply had nowhere to go.
We're not getting the first end of this field position deal, Bob.
We sure not. Well, at the 13, time is out on the field. No score, 13:21 to go before halftime. 4, their own 15, now their own 13 they've started. Offset I formation, under center Jason White. Peterson is behind White. Man in motion is Reynolds. There's the turn, the quick pass, flat, underthrown, incomplete. Intended for Juwan Rankins, but it was underthrown and incomplete. Second down 10 from the Oklahoma 13-yard line. First time Rankins has played in a while. Now is Clayton coming in and Moses checking aboard. Second and 10 from the Oklahoma 13. Well, that was a kind of a dangerous pass.
Yeah, Jason just hadn't quite been on the mark yet. 3 or 4 of his passes.
Peoples wide left and Clayton also out there and wide right. Rankins and under center is White. Second and 10 from the Oklahoma 13. Clayton in motion. White rolls right. Quick pass. Caught at the 15 by Clayton to the 19-yard line. But tackled immediately by Eric Hall, the strong side linebacker, 21'6", 245 junior from Clarksville, Texas. Went to Northwest there. Born in Fort Worth. So a gain from the 13 to the 19, 6 yards, and that brings up a third down play and 4.
That's awful good coverage by a linebacker. They've thrown that pass once before, and Texas has reacted to it pretty well. The linebackers hasn't been off but just a step.
Travis Wilson in the lineup for Oklahoma, goes wide left. Rankins also, he's in the slot left. Wow. Now he's in motion, Rankins is. Shotgun formation. Blitzes from Texas Centers, block it well. White rolls out, looks upfield, runs with it. Was it fumbled? If so, Texas recovers it.
It was knocked
the ball was knocked out away from White, and Texas recovers. Giger knocked it out. Giger has...
it was Johnson.
Johnson knocked it out, and Giger recovered it. That's what...
Johnson knocked one out the last game, the same way. came around behind and punched the ball out. I believe it was the Arkansas game. Did exactly the same thing.
I remember that. That was a crucial point in that game. Let's go down now to Mark Rogers.
Bob, that was a heck of a play by Derek Johnson. Jason White, you could tell he was determined to get the first down, and Johnson just poked that ball out from the back. That was a heck of a play.
So Texas now with tremendous field position at the 33-yard line, Oklahoma territory. I formation. There's Young. Quick pass underthrown and incomplete. Intended for Lemus Swede. It was a very poor pass and underthrown. He had to hurry the throw. So it's a second down from the Oklahoma 33 for Texas. No score in this defensive struggle. Boy, that was a great play by Johnson.
Yes, it was.
In the Arkansas game, it came at a crucial time there at the end.
Same deal in that. He punched it out with his right hand, and he kept the ball in bounds. Over on this sideline, he punched it. The ball went upfield, and they recovered.
Second down 10 from the Oklahoma 33. I formation, Matthews and Benson in the I-2 wide receivers right. Thomas tied in on the left. Under center. Quick pitch sweep to Benson, sweeping right. Poole has him and tackles him, and no gain at the 33. And now a flag is down. They may say face mask. Poole got him from behind. I don't know. Maybe he reached around, got him by the face mask, because that's where the flag was thrown. That's what signaled as a face mask against Oklahoma. And now the umpire talking. Here we go. So the down is still the same, and the ball's moved down from the 33 to the 28. At the Oklahoma 26, gift to Benson, over left tackle, jumps over one tackler, gets maybe to the 24. Just short of the first down, need to get to the 23 for the first down.
Jackson
leaped over one tackle. Jonathan Jackson on the tackle. Brings up a third down play and a yard to go for Texas at the Oklahoma 24. 11:43 to go before halftime. No score. Demario Pleasant replaces Clint Ingram. Texas lines up on a tight formation. Double tight end. They only got a yard to go. I formation. Man in motion is Thomas. Turn, gift to Benson. Over the right side, has the first down or close to it. I think he got it. Let's see where they mark it. It'll be very close to the 18. I mean the 23, beg your pardon. Rufus Alexander, good tackle. Wait till they clear away, and they're going to measure. Mark, what do you think down there?
Bob, I feel pretty confident that this is short. The ball is right past the 18, but from this marker on this side of the field, looks like it might be short.
They bring the chain in from the east side. And let's see if they stretch it out. It's short. You were right, Mark.
Also, Bob, by the way, one of the sticks on this side is a casualty of that Jason White play with Derek Johnson on the sidelines. It's broken in half. At least the guy holding the stick is still in one piece.
Well, it's a fourth down play, and what do they do here? Less than a yard to go. Probably go for it. All right, Texas breaks the huddle. No substitutions. Again, the tight formation. Vince Young, with quarterback sneak, licks over the line, and he easily has the first down. He just jumped over the line over his center, Jason Glenn, who's 6'2", 275 in Texas, has a first down. That's first down number 5 and the first one in the second quarter for either team. At the 22-yard line, so he got a yard and a half on that.
Face mask penalty was the whole deal in that four-down series, Bob. But anything else the defense could complain about?
11:11 to go before halftime. We have no score, but Texas threatening at the Oklahoma 22. Wide to the right side is Lemus Swede. Left is Jeffrey, double tight end. Here's Young, fakes the handoff. Little pass, tip knocked away and almost intercepted. Burdine moved back in coverage and knocked the ball away. Centers are playing really good defense.
Yeah, very heads-up football.
Intended for the tight end, Bo Scaife. Bo Scaife is a fifth-year senior. It seems like he's been there forever.
Sure does.
Second down play and 10 from the Oklahoma 22 for Texas. 10:52 to go before halftime and no score. All right, Lima Swede, I believe, comes to the left this time. Two wide receivers right. Second down 10 from the Oklahoma 22. Shotgun. Vince Young gives the ball to Benson. Hit. He keeps it. And he's down to the... He fumbles the ball. The Sooners get it. Oklahoma recovers. He kept the ball. He was hit hard by Ingram, and the ball went free, and he recovers it at the 14-yard line. Holy cow. How about them apples? How about that, Merv?
Deja vu all over again. He did that last year. He doesn't protect the ball as well as obviously a running back would, but boy, he is scary, isn't he?
He is. He made a great fake there. At least I took it, and recovered there by Clint Ingram.
Here we are back inside the 15-yard line.
Well, I tell you, the Sooners been hanging in there, though.
Well, they really have. They've done a marvelous job. That was a great defensive series. That was a fabulous defensive series. The only thing that hurt him was the 5-yard face mask penalty.
Right. The ball is at the 14-yard line. Oklahoma's own 14, I formation. Wilson in motion from left to right. Here's Jason White. And the ball to Peterson. Hits the left side. Nothing there. Has maybe a yard. Roderick Wright on the stop of Peterson as he tried to go wide left. Not a pitch sweep, but over the left tackle. Got maybe a yard to the 15. I believe that's what they'll mark. The umpire puts it there, yes. 2nd and 9 for Oklahoma at their own 15-yard line.
He's been quite a presence in the middle, hasn't he?
He has.
He's a big, active player.
All right, up to the line of scrimmage come the Sooners. Shotgun formation. To the left of Jason White is Kewan Jones. There's the snap to White. Good block by Jones. Pass up the middle. He is caught for first down at the 30. What a perfect pass, and what a great catch at the 30. Will Peoples makes the catch, and defending was that same guy, Michael Huff. That strong safety has been everywhere. But it was a great pass.
Very good coverage on that pattern. Everybody was pretty well covered.
But a fine catch, and the Sooners get 15 yards on their 5th first down, and the ball's up the 30-yard line in Oklahoma territory on that gainer.
I think running yardage is going to be a little hard to come by unless they can get the passing game going.
Peterson is back in the lineup for Oklahoma. Shotgun from the Oklahoma 30. 2 wide receivers left and 1 to the right. Reynolds in motion. Snap. White looks upfield, still looking. Throws a long pass upfield for Jones. Jones has it to 35 and then loses the ball as he hits the ground. But they're calling it, let's see, are they calling it incomplete or a pass? Incomplete, they're calling it, for heaven's sake. Yeah, I don't think he had complete possession, but it was an incredibly timed catch because Jones sort of slowed down. That messed up the defensive man, and then he put on speed and made the catch.
Sure did. I was afraid he'd stepped out of bounds in the course of the route.
Well, he might have, but they may have missed him. 2nd and 10 from the Oklahoma 30.
Well, they didn't have to call anything.
Right,
the
exactly.
official stepped over this one.
Bradley in the game, wide left, 2 wide receivers right. High formation, 2nd and 10, Oklahoma 30. Willie Roberts, who's in it, split tight end in motion. Handoff goes. Kewan Jones up the middle, 35, 40. First down, Oklahoma, it appears, at the 42. Big hole open over the left side. Vince Carter and Chris Bush. Now we have a late flag. Let's see what that's all about as the field judge, Rick Skaggs, goes over to talk.
The Sooners seem to be pretty happy about it.
They're talking to the...
Late hit.
I didn't see the signal, Merv.
Late hit.
Late hit.
Yeah.
15 yards. So there's the Sooners getting into Texas territory for the help of a penalty on Texas. And now the grand total, that game goes from the Oklahoma 30 all the way to the Texas 43 after the gain and the penalty.
We'll take a few more of those. Great run by Kewan, but there was a lot of space in the middle to run at. Nice hole.
High formation for Oklahoma at the Texas 43-yard line. Moses in motion from right to left. Here's White, fakes the handoff, back to pass. Looks for someone to throw it to. Lobs a long pass for Clayton downfield. He got interfered with, but no flag. The crowd really
can't believe the official couldn't see that.
There were 2 guys on him just bumping him all over the place.
Well, he tackled him. One of them did. Tripped him up.
Wow. Cedric Griffin just tackled him, actually. That was a bad no call in our view, obviously. Ball up to Texas 43, 2nd down 10. Replay, and the crowd reacts again. 9:02 to go, 2nd quarter, no score. 2 wide receivers left, 2 to the right. Jason White in the shotgun from the Texas 43. Clayton in motion from right to left. Here's White back to pass, being rushed, short pass Caught by Jones at the 45. He's at the 40 and down to the 39. The screen pass left side, but Texas recovered quickly.
Tell you what happened there. Jones didn't check the defensive end up enough. He came and never lost his momentum, and it forced Jason to throw quicker than he needed to. That was Kiwan's fault on the attempted make it look like a block.
So it's down to the 38 where they're calling it a little short of there. And so it's 3rd and 5 for the Sooners. The Texas 38, no score. 8:32 to go before halftime. Brandon Jones left and 3 wide receivers right, no tight end. 3rd down play and 5 from the Texas 38-yard line. 0 of 4 on 3rd down conversions in this game, the Sooners are. Here's Jason White, quick pass. Interference, it looked like, but no call. Clayton again breaking from right across the middle, and Philip Giger was all over him, but no call, and the Sooners will face a 4th down play from the 38. There's the snap. The ball is on the money. Ferguson kicks it in the air, and it's into the end zone. 38-yard kick. That was not even close to being a pooch kick, really. Bob Barry, Merv Johnson, Mark Rogers. Let's go down to Mark right quick. Mark.
Bob Lynn Magruder's back in the game. Came out that last series, and they're working on his back a little bit. His back is stiffened up on him, but he's been a big force out there in the first quarter.
Tijoki Anyanyeche is in the game now at left corner in place of Bassi. And Perkins the right corner. Nicholson and Poole round out the defensive secondary. Fullback Matthews. There's the hand of the pass. Just thrown away. That was a great fake to Benson. Benson Young was rushed, hit by Cody, and just had to fire it into the cheap seats.
He sure did. Lucky that Cody got there just a whisker earlier. That could have been a fumble. It could have been anything.
Well, Cody is really causing them trouble today.
Vincent Young is so strong. He can withstand some bumping around and still kind of make a play. That's one of the things that makes him so dangerous.
Jonathan Scott, the left tackle's having trouble with him. Vincent 6'5", 225. 2nd and 10, Texas from their own 20. Under center now is Vince Young. Hands to Benson. Finds a hole, gets up for across the 25 to the 26. Got 6 big ones there. So it's 3rd and 4 for Texas from their own 26. Cedric Benson breaking it for 6 yards there. It's 7:46 to go before halftime, no score. Now it's 3rd down play for Texas and 4. The Matthews, the fullback, is out. Extra tight end in there, and now Vincent Young calls a timeout. As Vincent Young wants to talk over what play to call on this big 3rd down play. 7:33 to go before halftime, no score. Vincent Young, Cedric Benson, and the 2 tight ends are David Thomas, 6'3", 238, and Bo Scaife at 23, 6'3", and 250. Here we go, under center. It's Vincent Young. Benson, the only back behind him. Double tight end. Wide receivers left and right. Now man in motion. Here goes Vincent Young back to pass. Pretty good protection. Throws in the flat. Caught by Scaife. Gets by a man and dives for the 1st down. He has it. Scaife did a great effort. Caught the ball about the 28 or 9 and just dove up out of bounds. And Lance Mitchell knocked him out of bounds, but he got enough for the 1st down, and Texas has their 6th 1st down. Oklahoma also has 6. And they'll mark the ball at the 31-yard line. So a pickup there of 4.
Great job of Young of throwing the ball with a blitzer right in his face.
Picked up 5 on the play. So it's 1st and 10 Texas. This time shotgun formation for the Longhorns at their own 31. Benson to the left of Vincent Young. Vincent Young backs up about 3 steps. Looks to pass. Throws a flat pass. Caught at the 35 by Benson. Benson up to 40 and out of bounds. He was wide open, Benson was, and got good yardage from the 31-yard line up to the 49. 18 yards picked up on the swing pass to Benson. And he had checked his receiving on the year. He is the 4th leading receiver for Texas. That was only his 6th reception of the year. And that was a key one as he gets 18 yards. 7th 1st down. Ball's at the Texas 49-yard line. Again, the shotgun. Fake handoff, back to pass. Good protection. A long pass downfield is intercepted by... No, dropped. Tijoki Anyanyeche thought he had his first interception there. Almost, but he couldn't quite hold on.
Yeah, big play. The first two plays there, they put the running back on a linebacker. I don't think Mitchell had him the last time. Somebody else, I think, messed it up. The first time he had him and wasn't quite able to keep from making the 5 yards they needed. But that's something you know they're going to come back to. They're going to put Benson, try to get Benson on a linebacker on those slant passes.
Break the huddle. They have Jeffrey and Nate Jones wide right. And they have a tight end in the slot. Back to pass or bound, hands to Benson. Big hole up the middle. And then a great tackle right in the middle by Rufus Alexander. Stayed home and got him. And a pickup of only 3. Boy, it looked like he was going to go a long way, and Rufus nailed him.
Boy, it's a good thing he did. He had a lot of space in there. The lineman had gone other places on that one, hadn't he?
Only a 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down now from the Oklahoma 48. Brian Carter is in at wide receiver. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Texas at the Oklahoma 48 needs 7 for the first down. Sooners playing in there close to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun, Vincent Young. Cody's chasing him, throws a pass. It's incomplete. Ford trying to set up the screen, but Cody was all over him. And we have a late flag.
I hope that's
May have been a lineman downfield. Casey Studdard was downfield, and it went across the line of scrimmage. The ball did, so let's see what the officials rule, see if they get this one right.
Yeah, he signaled lineman downfield. I was afraid maybe somebody grabbed the screen they were trying to throw. One of the defenders grabbed him.
Cody made a great play there. Had just bothering the heck out of Young. Now we have Sooners are going to refuse it, I think. So it's 4th down from the Oklahoma 48. And after that 18-yard pass to Benson, Texas had no success, and they face a 4th down play and 9.
See, in college football, you can release your linemen on screens as long as they're completed behind the line. But when you have to bail out like he did then because of Cody, the ball is not a screen anymore. It's thrown downfield, Bob.
Sooners having trouble getting substitutes in. Now they have to call a timeout. The official didn't see them, so they didn't call the timeout. Snap is back. McGee gets it. Punt downfield. Fair catch signaled for by Perkins. Takes it at the Oklahoma 11 or 12. 36-yard punt, no return, and here it is deep again in Oklahoma territory.
It reads like a rat act here. I'm telling you, it's 16-4, 15, 13, 14, 12. Defense and the offense really by moving the football and reestablishing field position have done a great job of just keeping the score 0-0, quite honestly.
So the ball's at the Oklahoma 12, 1st and 10. And it will be Peterson, the tailback spot. Wilson, one of the wide receivers. Brandon Jones and Reynolds is in the fullback. From the Oklahoma 12, 1st and 10, I formation. Moses in motion from wide right to the left. Jason White gets the snap. Pass to Peterson. Breaks over the right side. 20, 25, 27-yard line. Late flag.
Should be face mask or something.
Boy, he had a great hole on the right side. Joseph and Jamal Brown. And he just broke it over the right side and went from the 12. Face mask on Terrell Brown. So a 5-yard penalty, 14-yard run and a 5-yard penalty. 14-yard run by Peterson. 64 yards on 5 carries. The ball is now at the 31-yard line after all that. And the Sooners have their 7th first down. Texas also has 7 first downs. That's how even it's been. Oklahoma under center now, Jason White. Peterson behind him from the 31 in Sooner territory. Reynolds in motion. Gives to Peterson. Up the middle. Gets nothing. Maybe a yard. Maybe 2 yards. Roderick Wright on the stop. A slant run from the end to the tailback, going from a little right to over the left side, and got only a couple.
Pretty good point of attack hole again. I'm not sure that right now, at least in the game, that they're concerned a little bit about sweeps. That those are plays that he's got a better chance to break. But somebody's got to control Roderick Wright. He's been a menace in there.
Ball at the 33, 2nd down 8 for Oklahoma. Their own 33, no score. 5:25 to go before halftime. I formation this time. Under center is White. Travis Wilson in motion from wide right to the left. White pitch sweep to Peterson, trying to get outside left side. 35, 40, 45, 50, 45. Ran over Huff, and Huff gets him down as he runs over him at the Texas 41-yard line. What a run by Peterson.
That's the sweep where they
And a
fake
flag.
a little play the other way.
No flag.
And Texas ran it earlier in the game for good yardage, and that's the one where the Sooners have not run that in a game, where they fake off tackle and then pitch it back to the quarterback or the tailback going the other way. And of course, the speed like Peterson's got, that's exactly what you look for in that play.
So the Sooners in Texas territory at the 41 after that gain of 26 yards by Peterson. I formation. Wide left, man in motion. That's with Travis Wilson to the right. Here's the give to Kewan Jones. He hits a stone wall. Boom. Got a yard.
No, that was a great
If that.
cut. He might have could have stayed straight ahead and had better luck.
Larry Dibble, 6'2", 285, junior right tackle, really hit him hard. He was a parade All-American in high school. The ball is at the, they're calling it officially the 40, about a yard gain, if that. Second down, and close to 10 yards to go for Oklahoma. Clayton in the lineup replacing Wilson. No score, 4:18 to go before halftime. Sooners have the ball at the Texas 40. Kewan Jones is the tailback. I formation. Moses in motion from right to left. The turn, timeout. OU called a timeout just before the ball was snapped. Sideline called the timeout. Timeout. Coaches can call the timeout this year, and that's what happened.
That's
so we will
good.
take a break. What'd you say, Merv?
That's good, because a lot of times you maybe get the wrong formation out there and the quarterback doesn't realize it, and you know you've got a bad play call.
Well, back to the serious action. The ball is at the 40-yard line, just upfield from it in Texas territory. And Oklahoma second down, about 9 yards to go. Let's go down to Mark Rogers. Mark?
The rain has really picked up again, the precipitation here, so Oklahoma coming back out on the field, and the wind is kind of swirled today, so it's hard to get a read of where the wind is exactly coming from.
Also, don't you think that hampers both passing attacks a little bit, Mark?
This of the miss, Bob, has made it very difficult to catch the football. It's slippery out there.
Second down play from the Texas 40. Reynolds in motion from slot right. Jason White gets it from under center. Hands the ball off to Peterson. Over right tackle. Breaks one tackle and gets down to the 34-yard line. Boy, that was a nice run by Peterson.
Strong run, wasn't it?
Well, he was a strong run. And he gets those 6 yards, puts Peterson over 100. 103 on 9 carries, and the ball is at the 34, and it's a 3rd and 3 for the Sooners at the Texas 34-yard line. Double tight end now. Willie Roberts checks in, and Moses 0 of 5 on 3rd down. I formation. Roberts in motion. Here's the pitch. Peterson sweeping right side, got a good. He jumps for the first down. Good block by Reynolds, and then Peterson jumped for the first down to the 29-yard line. Gain of 5. They needed 4, and the Sooners have their 3rd first down on this drive, and they are still on the march at the Texas 29-yard line.
Big conversion right there. Big conversion.
Now here is Tashard Choice checks in for the first time. Tashard Choice from Lovejoy, Georgia, played his first game last week, played in his first game. Clayton wide left. Jones wide right. Shotgun, and now Tashard Choice is to the right. And now White's taking a timeout because there was confusion on the offense. So the final timeout with 2:57 to go before halftime. And from right to left. Here's the handoff to Peterson. Looking for daylight outside. Right in. Great tackle. But he leaped forward and got a yard maybe. He did a great job after he was hit by Phil Giger. We were telling Brian Stolte, our spotter before the game, Merv, what a great player Giger has been and is. And he is absolutely all over the field.
You didn't lie about that. I tell you, that would have been had some very tempting one-on-one coverage out there to the singles receiver. Now, I think if you come back with that same formation, they're going to play it as 2nd and long, and you won't get it.
Second down and 9, the gain of a yard on that play. Peterson behind Jason White. Reynolds in motion, White under center. Turns, gives the ball to Peterson, left tackle, rears outside, breaks one tackle, touchdown field across the 25 to the 24. Michael Huff had to bring him down at the 24, so a pickup of 4. And that brings up a 3rd down play and 5 for Oklahoma at the Texas 24. 2 minutes to go before halftime. Oklahoma's had this ball for a long time. Somebody's shoe came off. That was Peterson. He's out of the lineup, and let's see. Oklahoma can't call timeout. They have to go. 9th play of the drive. Sooners have had the ball almost 4 minutes. 3 wide receivers to the right and 1 to the left. T.Y. Jones in shotgun from the Texas 24. Texas showing blitz. They are pass near side. Caught by Travis Wilson at the 20. He fights away a tackle. Gets out of bounds. That's the first down at the 15. What a great job. He got away from Aaron Ross. 9 yards picked up on great effort by Travis Wilson.
He's a competitor. He really is. Wow. With no timeouts, they're getting in a situation, though, where they're going to have to throw here, Bob. There's a minute 25 left, and with no timeouts, you can't afford to run off too much clock with a running play. Maybe
sure.
1 or 2, but they're going to have to throw if they get a touchdown, I believe.
Ball's at the Texas 15. First and 10 Sooners. Tashard Choice in the lineup at tailback for Oklahoma. Reynolds is the fullback. Peoples right side. Clayton also right side. That's Moses in motion from right to left. Here's Jason White. Fakes to Choice. Rolls left, being chased by Skate. Pass incomplete. Intended for Moses at the 5, but it was not even close. Being chased by Tim Crowder. Had to get rid of it on the far side.
Well, that's a situation where going to your left, right-handed quarterback, not only is it an awkward throw, but the guy's pressing him so hard he could never cock his arm. You know, you're afraid you'll fumble. If it'd been to the right, he very well could have made a good pass.
Now Peterson checks back in the OU lineup, replacing Tashard Choice. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the Texas 15. Clock stopped there with 1:19 to go before halftime. Sooners break their huddle. Clayton wide left. Moses tight end left. Brandon Jones wide right I formation. Peterson top of the I. Man in motion from left to right is Clayton. Here's a fake pitch sweep. Option pitch to Peterson. 5. And down inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. He broke a tackle at the 10, lightning quick. And that stops the clock with 1:13. Went right through Brian Robinson. He's a 265-pound defensive end, but he went right through him from the 15, hit the 10. Boy, you know, quicker than you could blink an eye, and got to the 5, jumped down to the 4 for the first down. And the ball is at the 4, first and goal for the Sooners at the Texas 4-yard line. That's the 5th first down to go in this drive. I formation, and now a flag. The illegal substitution is going to be the call, I'm afraid.
Oh, got it.
Broke the huddle with 11, or with 12 players. You can't do that. Well, that's a no-no.
This might be. This might be a bit of a break, though, Bob. With 3rd and 1, I bet you seeing the formation, they were going to try to run it again. If they don't get it, with no timeouts.
That was first down there, though, Coach.
I know, but still, if they run and just make 2 yards, they're going to lose half their clock almost before they can run it again. Now they're going to be forced to throw, I think.
I formation from the 9 now, first and goal. Roberts in motion. Turn the pitch. Peterson looking for daylight. 10 out of bounds inside the 8, maybe at the 7. Let's see where they mark it. Ran to the short side of the field. Knocked out by Ross. I think they're going to mark it at the 7, I believe. So that's a pickup of 2. Brings up a 2nd and goal from the Texas 7. Now we have 36 seconds to go, and the Sooners do not have a timeout, remember.
And you don't want to see them use the next play to kill the clock, because now it's 4th down. You got to kick it. They need to throw the ball where they can get it in the end zone here twice, and then kick a field goal if they can't make it happen.
2nd down goal to go from the 7. Clayton left. Double tight end. Clayton in motion. Under center. Jason White turns. Fakes the handoff to Peterson. He looks. White will keep the ball. Gets to the 5.
They've got to get a field goal.
Sooners with 28. Clock running. Sooners are lining up. They can get a play in and then stop the clock maybe. It's a 3rd down from the 5. White is spiking the ball. At the with 14-second mark, Sooners did not have a timeout. So it'll be the field goal by Trey DiCarlo in the attempt on a 4th down play from the 5-yard line. The timeout deal really hurt that time.
It really did, and I'm not all that happy with, running as much off as we did there after we got the penalty. But that's hindsight.
Holding, of course, will be Mark Bradley. And there's no angle. It's right in the middle of the field. Now the officials are Not sure they're
going to ice him, I guess.
Official ran in.
The officials, are icing him.
4th down at the 5 and goal to go. 14 seconds to go. Still discussing things. I don't know what the problem is, if any. Still waiting for some Texas, maybe the Texans want to call a timeout. So Texas coaches are all the way down on the field. What about a sideline warning for Texas? So Coach Stoops wants to talk a little bit to the linesman. Texas officially has called a timeout. We'll keep it here. Today's away game sponsor is the Wheelers Family Recipes, as we've been telling you. Be sure to try a Wheelers Stadium brat next time you're at a Sooner home football game. Wheelers brats are for sale on the East Side Grills at Gate 1. They are delicious. And say, Sooner fans, be sure to register your child to be a Mark Heights Junior captain at the next Sooner home football game. You can register by visiting Mark Heights Chevrolet in Norman, Mark Heights Ford in Purcell, or online at markheightschevy.com. Well, Merv traded Carlo. Let's check his field goal shooting. Kicking. I think he's going to. It's not basketball yet.
It just feels like it up here today.
3 of 5 on the year. He's 2 for 2 from this range right here. He's in the middle of the field, as we mentioned, no angle. It's at the south end zone. Be a 24-yard field goal attempt. Texas calls another timeout. And this similar thing has happened in several games where the coach tries to ice the. In fact, it was kind of comical one game we were watching the other night where the coach kept faking whether he's going to call timeout or not. And the kicker would kept looking over there. Are you going to call timeout or not? Sooners started this drive at their own 12, you'll remember. A 14-yard run by Peterson plus a face mask penalty, and then a 26-yard run by Peterson, the 2 big plays. A 9-yard pass that Wilson did a great job in getting some extra yards. Now the referee.
They want to ice it some more, I guess.
Now the official comes over to Coach Stoops. Referee held
He's telling him they're out.
Mark Bradley, the holder, gets a towel, and we're going to, one of these days, have a field goal attempt here.
I don't know why, but the ball was on the 7-yard line, and then Jason spiked the ball. But
it was on the 5-yard line. It was a 5-yard line when he spiked the ball.
Well, then I thought it was the 7. So if you're right, Bob, then maybe they are going to move it up.
It was definitely the 5.
Well, the ball's spotted on the 7 right now.
I realize that.
Yeah. Okay. So then, if you're right, then they'll move. Then maybe they'll move it up here.
I think they ought to go back to have a remedial study for this crew. I don't. This is unbelievable. It's been about 10 minutes, and we've got nothing accomplished.
And usually
and
things like this turn out bad. Doggone it.
Well, since the mic doesn't work, we're not sure what he said. Yeah, they're spotting it at the 5.
I will say this. It takes a lot of guts to make a change after going through it for 30 minutes.
So it becomes a 22-yard field goal. The try to Carlo at the south end zone. No score. Seconds remaining halftime. Ball down. Kick in the air. It looks good. And it is good. It's a field goal of 22 yards. And the Sooners lead by a score of 3-0. Hard earned, I'll tell you. They came all the way from their own 12. That's with 9 seconds to go in the half.
Bob, I want to tell you, if they can trap this kickoff here without any pain or hurt, it's pretty unbelievable to lead Texas 3-0 at the half with the field goal, the field position the Sooners have had to start with.
They've just had terrible field position.
It's incredible.
13 plays in that, 14 plays rather. 83 yards of offense. 6 minutes and 13 seconds off the clock. That's what that drive ended up, and then a field goal of 22 yards by Trey DiCarlo. So he kicked his fourth out. Puts it high there, deep onside kick. Faircat single for at the 23-yard line with still 9 seconds to go before halftime. Oklahoma leading 3-0 on this strength of that 22-yard field goal. See what Texas chooses to do here. Gives the ball to Benson. He's got him at the 24-yard line, and time runs out. That's the end of the first half of the score. Oklahoma 3, Texas nothing. Here's the kickoff, second half. A line drive kick, nice one by DiCarlo. 5 yards deep in the end zone. Giger will touch it back, and Texas will start from their own 20. First down, 10 yards to go. We've talked about the Oklahoma poor field position. In the first half, Texas started at their own 45, their own 20, their own 44, the Oklahoma 33, and the Texas 20.
That's awfully good. If you could get that every half, every game, you could be delighted. Hopefully that will change in favor of the Sooners here.
Ball is at the 20-yard line. Texas home 20 is where it starts the second half. Wide to the right, 2 wide receivers, Jeffrey and Nate Jones. They have a double tight end, Scaife and Brown. Under center, Vince Young. Vince fakes the handoff, rolls back to his right, will run the ball. That's at the 21 and ushered out of bounds by Brodney Poole.
Good job.
Got off the block and made a great play. Got him after a 2-yard pickup.
Good job by he and Jackson both.
They chased him out to the right. Let's go down to Mark. Mark, how was the hot dog?
It was not a hot dog, Bob. It was lemon cookies and barbecue. Thank you very much, and it was outstanding. On a serious note, it is lightening up a little bit here, though. The rain still coming down, but you can see a break in the clouds. Not as dark as it was earlier in the first half.
Second down play, a little less than, they're calling it 7 yards to go ahead, a little more than that. About the 23-yard line, close to it. Under center is Vince Young. Benson the only back behind him. Short drop, lob pass far side, overthrown, way overthrown. Intended for Nate Jones, who's 6'2". But the pass went way over, and it's third down for Texas from their own 23 and 7 yards to go. Sooners send in Shelby and Magruder. Or not Magruder.
Burdine.
Burdine it is. Beg your pardon. All right, now Texas third down. They were 2 of...
Got 3 defensive ends in here now, Bob.
3 of 8 on third down they were.
They got their 4 pass rushers in here.
Sooners up on the line there, looking like they may blitz. In the shotgun is Vince Young. Pretty good protection. Throws a pass upfield. And incomplete. Way off the mark. Not even close. Lance Mitchell was in the face of the receiver, Brian Carter. Those were 2 very poor passes that Young threw there.
They put in, left Cody in and put in Burdine, the 3 ends, and took a lineman out to get faster rushes, which I like. I like that a lot.
So it's a fourth down play, and the punter, McGee, has averaged 34.8 yards per kick. Kicking here after Texas 3 it out, apparently, unless this is a trick. Could be the best field position of the day, depending. Antonio Perkins back. Snap is in good shape. Rush is not there, really. They kick away from him. Good kick. Taken at the 34-yard line in Oklahoma territory. Perkins finds a little bit of a little bit of a crease and gets about 5 yards up to the 44. 42-yard punt and about a 6-yard return. So it's a good field position, Merv.
One of the things I didn't mention, Key's second half, the defense needs to get some 1, 2, 3 and outs, which they did there. The first half, they let them have a couple of first downs, and then they could punt the Sooners back. But the 1, 2, 3s and out gives you the opportunity to be where the Sooners is at. Let's see what the offense can do with it.
Cedric Griffin, the cornerback for Texas, was hurt on that punt coverage, looked like. He's been one of the keys. All right, Sooners have a Jason White under center, and tailback. Peterson is tailback from the Oklahoma 44. Give to Peterson, outside the right end, trying to make a cut. 45, 50, puts his head down and gets the first down or close to it at Texas 46. Boy, he put the head down, really hit somebody.
Well, they just did.
Terrell Brown.
Isn't anything like speed. Did you see him pull away from that linebacker?
He got 10 yards and then some, 12 yards actually. Let's see. Well, no, he got exactly 10. That was right the first time. That's the 13th first down for Oklahoma. They have the ball at the Texas 46-yard line. So immediately into Texas territory, leading 3-0 here in the third period. I formation. Peterson's at the top of the I. Wide receiver. And that's Moses in motion from right to left. Under center is White. Gives the ball to Peterson. Over left tackle. Not much there. Got a yard or so. As he veered to his left and was tackled by Larry Dibbles and Derek Johnson. So a gain of about a yard to the 45 in Texas territory. Second down, 9 yards to go. Kewan Jones replaces Peterson in the Sooner lineup. 13:50 to go in the third period. Just underway here, and the Sooners lead at 3-0. Oklahoma breaks the huddle. Clayton goes wide left. Brandon Jones wide right. I formation. Reynolds and Kewan Jones. Tied in on the left side with Moses. Clayton in motion from left to right. There's a pitch sweep now to Kewan Jones. Tries to find a crack and gets only a couple of threes. He came wide right and then cut back to his left and was brought down by Derek Johnson. And
defense is ready for that. That's the play Peterson broke earlier, where you make the little fake and then pitch it back out here to him. The defense reacted very well.
Ball's at the 42-yard line in Texas territory. Now it's a third down, and need to go from the 42 down to the 36. So 3rd and 6. 2 of 8, third down. Shotgun formation now for Oklahoma. Texas shows blitz. Clayton in motion from right to left. Texas in the whole half. Pass caught by Jones at the 32 and leans down to the 29. Boy, that was a great pass, and Jones made a great catch. It was one-on-one coverage, and Jones got in front of the defensive end Brown, and the pass was right there on the money. So a gain of 13 yards, and the Sooners' 14th first down of the game at the Texas 29-yard line.
That's the price you pay for blitzing if you show it early, because the quarterback and his receiver have a chance to get on the same page, and they can make a lot of good things happen.
Oklahoma with the ball then, the 29-yard line, Texas territory, I formation. Peterson back in the game. Moses in motion from wide right to the left. There's the give to Peterson down the middle, puts the head down, gets to the 26. Rolled back at the 26-yard line. Got 3. Was right down the middle that time. Second down, 7 for Oklahoma. Lights are on here at the Cotton Bowl, but it has lightened up. And I don't mean that as a pun. Pretty good one, though, if I had.
You notice I hadn't lightened up any.
Right. Second down play and 7 for Oklahoma. Brandon Jones wide left. Reynolds comes way outside. New formation, really. Now Reynolds in motion from right to left. Under center is White. The Texas 26. White pitches the ball to Peterson. Makes a block. 25, 20, 15, 10, 9-yard line. What a run. He ran over a couple of people. Aaron Harris couldn't bring him down. Finally, tripped up, and he got to the 9-yard line or close to it. Reynolds a great play. They'll put it up at 10. Just inside the 10. First and goal for Oklahoma. So that's a 16-yard run by Peterson. Oh, he was impressive there, wasn't he, Merv?
Yes, he was.
156 yards he has rushing. Ran over the strong safety. I formation inside the Texas 10. In motion is Moses from slot right to left. Jason White gives to Peterson over the right tackle. Breaks all the way down to the 6. Good blocking on that right side by Carter and Davin Joseph. And Jamal Brown. Gain of 4 down to the 6-yard line. Second and goal from the 6. Good tackle by Brian Robinson. I love his hometown, Splendora. You know where Splendora, Texas is?
Not exactly. It's in West Texas, I think. But you get some exotics out in West Texas now. I don't think you don't.
Second down play and goal from the Texas 6. I formation. Jones wide right. 2 wide receivers left. Peoples and Clayton. Under center is Jason White. Pitch option. Oh, Peterson hit hard on a great tackle. They faked the sweep left, and a great tackle by Brian Robinson from Splendora, about whom we were just talking. And Peterson he just made a perfect tackle at the 10. Loss of 4. That's just a great play.
That's one of those plays, though, Bob, that's kind of like a reverse. You run it a couple of times a game, but once they see it, you're counting on them being fooled and getting out to where you got an edge. But the last 2 times as soon as they run it, they've had no edge at all.
Peterson comes out of the lineup, replaced by Kewan Jones. Now the Sooners at the 10-yard line, back to where they started. on this drive. It's 3rd and goal, however, from the 10. Clayton in motion behind the formation. Shotgun. Jason White gets the snap. He looks, still looking. Runs out of the pocket, throws a pass. It's caught at the 8 and out of bounds. Moses made the catch at the 8. A difficult catch. Had to turn all the way around to get it. Good coverage for the secondary, and it'll be a field goal try for the Sooners as they march all the way from their own 44 down to the 6 before they lost yardage back to the 10 and then get to the 8. But now it's time for a field goal for DiCarlo, who is 4 of 6 on the year. And as we mentioned, from this distance, he is perfect, 3 of 3, including the 22-yarder. This will be a 26-yarder at the south end zone. Not much of an angle. Mark Bradley, the holder. Snap, ball down. Kick in the air. Looks good, and it is good. DiCarlo with his second field goal. So we will take a break. Oklahoma now 6 and Texas nothing.
You can figure that they can keep getting stops on defense. They should have the better of the field position this half, not be pinned back like they were in the first half.
Philip Giger and Terrell Brown are deep to receive. Trey Carlo, he scored all the points with his kicking. Here's a beautiful kick. He booms it. Giger waits for it, takes it 8 or 9 yards deep in the end zone. He'll touch it back. And for the second time here in the third period, Texas starts from their own 20-yard line.
You like that? When you got
10 Texas at their own 20. Young gives the ball to Benson, breaks free up the middle, 30, 35, 40, and it's up above the 40 at the 42-yard line. That was that zone read again, and he gave it to him that time, and he went over the right side and gained 22 yards from the 20 up to the 42-yard line. That's the biggest gain of the day for Benson, and for Texas for that matter. Texas quickly up the line of scrimmage from their own 42-yard line. Shotgun formation. Double tight end. Gift to Benson. Hit and got away first time, but doesn't the second. He went left, couldn't go anywhere, turned right, and couldn't go anywhere where either there, and he lose a yard back to the 41-yard line. Good play by Len Magruder. And Len's played one of his better games.
He's definitely. I think he's inspired for this. You know, you talk about him being from Las Vegas, but most of his family are from over in East Texas. And he's got a big family.
From the 41 in Texas territory, 2nd and 11. Shotgun formation. Vincent Young will keep the ball, cuts up the middle, gets up to the 43-yard line, maybe the 44. Middleton then on the tackle. Cody, Selby, and one other substitute coming in for Oklahoma on the defense on a third down play now for the Longhorns. Rufus Alexander in from the 44-yard line. Third down play, needing to go to the Oklahoma 48. 3rd and 8, 3 of 9. 3-man front for Oklahoma. Now they blitz. Young is hit. He'll be sacked. But he gets the pass, and it's tipped away. I don't see how he threw that ball. Looked like they sacked him. Perkins had him wrapped up, and he threw it anyway, Merv.
He is so strong. He is so amazing. Strong. But plays like that also can create interceptions. And it could have been intercepted just as easily as not.
Lima Swede, 6'5", 210, had it for the moment. It was almost a completed pass, for heaven's sake. That's amazing. Wow. So back to kick the ball now is McGee, Richmond McGee from Garland, Texas. Sooners have Perkins deep. Sooners on the line of scrimmage. Can't put much pressure on. There's the kick. Perkins comes up to take it at the 21. Needs a break. Comes to his right, but he can't get anywhere. He's to the 24 or 25. 35-yard punt. About a 4-yard return. Sooners from their own 25. Under center is White. Reynolds in motion from wide right to the left. Turn the pitch. Peterson sweeping right. 25, 29-yard line. He got 4. Roderick Wright on the tackle, but Peterson, every time he comes around the end, he looks like he may break it, Merv.
Texas team is really, so athletic. They're tackling extremely well, even though he has broken some tackles and hurdled them and everything else. Generally speaking, they have tackled quite well in this ballgame.
Brandon Jones wide left, wide right. Travis Wilson and Moses. Moses in motion, I formation, 2nd down 6. The Oklahoma 34. There's a handoff. Peterson breaks over left tackle. Breaks up 35, 40, 41-yard line. Boy, he almost went all the way that time.
Sure
Texas had a blitz called. And he ran past the blitz.
That blitz hasn't been all that kind to them. I'm surprised that they continue to call it.
12-yard run by Peterson. He has 172 yards rushing now. Clayton kicks in Joe Ulina. Ball's at the 41-yard line is what they called it. He replaced Reynolds. That was the 16th first down for Oklahoma. Shotgun formation, overloaded to the right. 3 wide receivers out to the right side. Flat pass caught by Juwan Rankins at the 40. Or that's Clayton, I beg your pardon. And he gets up across the 45 to the 48. Got a block from Brandon Jones. That was that very quick flat pass. And they'll mark it closer to the 49 in Oklahoma territory, an 8-yard pickup. So that means it's only 2 yards to go on the second down play. Now Clayton is replaced by Reynolds.
Again, that's very good tackling in an open field situation on a guy that's not easy to tackle.
Brandon Jones wide left. Travis Wilson Moses to the right. Second down and 2, a little more than 2 from the Oklahoma 48. Moses in motion. Under center, Jason White turns. Gives the ball off. Peterson. Whoa, he does a somersault, but he has the first down at the 47 in Texas territory. He was hit by Derek Johnson. Picked up 4, and the Sooners have their 17th first down.
He got a pretty good bruise on that one, yeah.
He's limping a bit as he comes off. Ball is at the 47 in Texas territory. Kewan Jones replaces Adrian Peterson. That was just a hard hit by Derek Johnson, who is one heck of a football player.
It's one of those that leaves a Charlie horse is what that leaves.
2 wide receivers right and 1 to left. Kewan Jones at tailback. In motion is Moses. Second down play first down play from the 47 Texas territory. Kewan Jones over right tackle into a pile at the 45, maybe got to the 44. Again, Derek Johnson. I'd start to kind of run away from him if I was them at the 44.
You really can't, Bob. But that weak side linebacker, it's very difficult to get him pinned over there because they cover all the linemen, and he can flow across pretty much uninterrupted unless somebody is able to slip out of there on his own block and get a piece of it.
That's good information. Second down play and 7 for Oklahoma after the 3-yard pickup at the Texas 44. Oklahoma leads 6-0 with 4:32 to go third quarter. Very fast-moving third. Kewan Jones still at tailback. 3 wide receivers left. Moses tight end on the right. There is the fake to Jones, rolling right. White has to come out of the pocket. He fires a pass downfield. Incomplete. Thrown behind Travis Wilson at the 28. Incomplete. Jason ran away from pressure last year at this time. He would probably have been sacked, but shows that mobility. That really helped.
It sure did. I would have, because the throw wasn't that bad, but it wasn't good enough to be caught. It wouldn't have surprised me to see him complete that at all.
But Wilson was sort of slipping on this turf as the pass got to him. It's third down play then for the Sooners at the Texas 44. Must go to the 37 for the first down, so it's 3rd and 7. And we had a late play arrival, so the Texas team calls a timeout. 6-0 Sooners, 4:17 to go third period. This is the Oklahoma Sooner Network. Sooners in the shotgun from the Texas 44, got 7 yards needed. Third down play, 3 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. There's the snap. Jason White throws a short pass, caught, but tackled way short of the first down. Tackled to Kewan out of the backfield by Aaron Harris, and actually lost a yard on it. Complete. So the Sooners will be forced to punt the ball away. They're too far away for a field goal. Leading 6-0 with 3:59 to go in a fast-moving third quarter.
Yeah, you've got to hope you can get a lineman on that guy covering the back when they blitz or play man-to-man, because if you don't, he's running right with him, and this guy from Texas is fast.
Aaron Ross is deep to receive the Ferguson kick. Sooners waiting. There's the snap. And there's the kick. Good kick, and gets over his head, and it'll be down at about the 5-yard line, 5 or 6. A 40-yard kick, no return. So Texas now deep in their own territory. They'll put it at the 6. Jacob Rice, the center, deep snapper, made the downer.
The thing I was laughing at, Bob, our boy Reynolds back there at personal protector for the punter, drilled somebody on that play, too. He's after him on everything you can get at.
All right, right, 39-yard punt to correct it. We got to be accurate here after all. At the 6, Texas. Vince Young under center takes the ball, gets to Benson, gets by the first wave, and is tripped up at about the 12, 13, or 14. He's slippery. From the 6 to the 14. 2 yards to go on the second down play after an 8-yard pickup there.
He really seems to pick his feet up.
But they're showing anyway. Here's Young. Gives to Benson over right side. Fumbles the ball. Sooners have it. Rodney Pearl recovers it. As Benson was hit, had the ball jerked out of his grasp, and Rodney Pearl makes the recovery. How about them apples?
Well, just when I said he was going to be a top 10 pick, he may slip a little bit in the draft just then on that play. But you see the weather coming into effect over again, Coach. I mean, it's just wet out there, it's slippery. That's going to happen during the game.
It was caused by Magruder.
Yeah, Magruder's a little stumped. He makes plays, doesn't he? He stays fired up. I think he drinks too much coffee in the morning or something.
He's got a huge family. I can't tell you how many brothers and sisters he's got, and I think they're all at the game today, and so he's playing his heart out for them.
Peterson is back in now, and the Sooners have it at the Texas 24-yard line after that fumble recovery. Jason White is under center at the 24-yard line. There's the pitch to Peterson. Needs a block. 25, 20, 15, out of bounds at about the 11-yard line. Getting from the 24 down to the 11. Some good blocking there on a 13-yard pickup. Reynolds with a kick-out block.
We call that the old dead leg, Coach. You know, you give him a move and he's not there anymore. He's gone. And they call that old dead leg. Not many guys can do that, and Peterson is one that can make a guy miss. But what's really impressive is the acceleration after he gives the move. And man, it's great to be here to see this guy play today.
He can be special. A lot of that one was Peterson. He threatened the blockers all we want.
High formation from the Texas 11, 1st and 10. Willie Roberts in motion left. Give to Peterson, looks for a hole. He's hit. And
there's our boy, number 11.
Derek Johnson, a great player defensively for Texas, makes the stop. A loss of 3 back to the Texas 14. We talked about the Oklahoma defense, how well they played. Texas has allowed a couple of field goals, but they're still very much in this game, Merv.
Well, they really have. 4-down territory hasn't been real kind to us. And like last week when we got great field position with turnovers, we didn't do enough with it. We got to break that right here.
Brandon Jones left. 2 wide receivers right. Moses now, Moses and Jones trade places, trade sides. Clayton in motion, shotgun formation from the Texas 14-yard line. There's the snap. Jason White, good protection. He looks, he throws, incomplete, and almost intercepted. And it was picked off. They say it was intercepted. He's running with the ball, and out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Derek Johnson looked to me like it hit the ground first, but apparently it was an interception. Going down the sideline. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, Bob, that ball was batted around a couple of times. There's a great job of Derek Johnson to stay in the game because he found the ball right at his shoestrings and picked it up. He's a dangerous guy as fast as he is. Sooners are fortunate to have corralled him before he can do more damage.
So the teams change turnovers. And it's still 6-0 Sooners as they fritter away a great opportunity. And Texas has the ball at the 25-yard line. They're on 25. Still 6-0 Sooners. 1:42 to go second half. Benson with the ball. Right side hit hard and dropped for a loss. Jonathan Jackson. Magruder in there again. Who just had a great second half. A loss of 1 back to the 24. Second down 11. The crowd booing because the ball hit the ground. I swear it did.
Well, Bob, in the Big Ten,
did you see
have a replay?
On the replay, it hit the ground?
Yeah.
Oh, it looked like it from here. We got to be careful with the quarterback right here.
All right, wide receivers right and left. Shotgun formation, second down 11 for Texas from their own 24. Vincent Young looks back to pass, throws a pass, caught at the 31-yard line, and out of bounds, short of the first down. Depends on where they mark it. That was Nate Jones. Good pass that time by Vincent Young. And it goes up to 34, so only a yard to go on third down here for Texas from their own 34. As he picked up 10, needed 11. Demario Pleasant checking in for Oklahoma. It's 58 seconds and the clock stopped to go in the third period. Sooners leading 6-0.
He's in for Perkins. They're going to a goal line defense.
Third down play. Yard to go for Texas. Their own 34. Under center. I formation. Very tight formation. Young turns. Gives to Benson. He's got the first down as he leans across the 35. Texas has their 9th first down. Only their 2nd here in the second half. And they'll put it at the 36-yard line in Texas territory. We have 52 seconds to go third quarter. Texas quickly breaks their huddle. Jones wide right. Jeffrey is left, and they have the double tight end, Scaife and Thomas. Shotgun. Give to Benson. Benson veers left and right, and Clint Ingram is at the 41 after he picks up 5. Sort of cruised behind that offensive line, which was blocking well for him. Texas has some momentum now, Merv, having
Sure do.
The Benson fumbled. Sooners recovered but couldn't cash in, and they turn it over on a questionable interception, and now Texas has some momentum.
The Benson seems to always fall forward for a couple, doesn't he?
And we have now, they're going to let the clock run out in the third quarter. So at the end of 3 quarters, Oklahoma leads it by the score of 6-0. Terry McLemore has given us our third quarter statistics. 18 first downs for Oklahoma. The Longhorns have 9. Rushing yards 233 Oklahoma, 124 Texas. Passing yards 89 Oklahoma, 44 Texas. Total yardage 322 to 164 in Oklahoma's favor there. Sooners have 3 turnovers. That's atypical. They have not been turning the ball over this year. 2 interceptions and 1 fumble. And Texas has lost 2 balls, fumbles both times. Penalties about even, and time of possession, Oklahoma leads that by about 10 minutes of playing time. Adrian Peterson has 25 carries, 186 yards. Cedric Benson, 21 carries, 85 yards. White is 12 of 24 for 91 yards and 2 interceptions. Vince Young, 4 of 14 for 40 yards. Clayton, 3 catches, 20 yards, and Benson, 1 for 17 yards, the leading receiver for Texas. And we're
a lot comfortable.
2nd down 5 now as we start the 4th period for Texas from their own 41. They're now going left to right. There's Young. Keeps the ball. Finds out daylight. 50, 45, down the sideline. Steps out of bounds. At about the 36-yard line is where they're marking it out of bounds. He faked, and that's zone play again. Faked to Benson. Read that end and cut down the right sideline. Went from the Texas 41 to the Oklahoma 36.
Young in the shotgun. Takes it. This time gives to Benson over the left side. And Jonathan Jackson has him a short gain of about 3 yards. You see where they mark it, 2 or 3. And in the shotgun is Vince Young. Benson to his right. Fumbles the snap. Gets it back. Gets to Benson, who gets a yard or 2. Long single count. Races up. Wanted to pass. Couldn't pass. And they sack him. Great playing by the defense. Both corners. Both corners came in. And Perkins, and getting the sack was Tijoke Aniganegetse. Huge play by Aniganegetse as Perkins forced Young not to throw it. Then he went back to his left, and Aniganegetse got him.
And they jumped high in the air, too, which discouraged him from throwing as he came on his blitz.
So it's 4th down as the loss goes back to the 40-yard line. 9-yard loss. And Richmond McGee will be back to punt the ball as the Sooners blunt the Texas drive. Wow, what a play. By both ends, as Merv said, and we echoed. Snap is on the money, and here's the very high kick. It's over the head of Perkins. See what it takes a bounce into the end zone. Instead of backing up like it had earlier. Man in motion, Travis Wilson from right to left. The pitch to Peterson on a late pitch. Cuts upfield to 22 and then tripped up on a nice tackle.
Hey, they called it.
And they called
late hit, I think.
Late hit, I believe a flag was dropped. Derek Johnson made the stop. He's just been a thorn in the Sooners' side, especially in this 3rd and 4th period. There's the turn. Gives to Peterson left side, 30. Spins at the 35 and out of bounds. Giger forced another fumble, but it was out of bounds as Peterson spun at the 35. Wilson and Reynolds wide left. Actually, 3 wide receivers to the right side. Under center, Jason White gives to Peterson. Not much there for him. Stopped at the line of scrimmage by Aaron Harris. No tight end. Reynolds in motion. Here's under center. Jason White fakes to Peterson. Looks downfield, throws a pass for Peoples, caught, and that's Wilson, and out of bounds on the far side. First down at the Texas 46. Wilson in motion from wide right to the left. That overloads the left side. Pitch sweep to Peterson. Gets away from one tackler. 50 and slips, trying to make a cut. Slaps the ground in disgust. He'll wind up with no gain. Shotgun formation. There's the give to Peterson. Veers outside right tackle. Joyce to 40. Gets away from the tackler at 35. He's at the 30 and knocked out of bounds inside the 30 at the 28-yard line. What a run by Peterson. Breaking tackles all the time. Started off right tackle, then veered out a little bit, then veered out a little bit farther, and then finally was tackled at the 28-yard line.
I guess he's still got a little spring in his step.
18-yard run there. Let's go down to Mark Rogers, Mark.
Bob, the Texas defenders were really trying to poke the ball away from Peterson there, and I think it cost him a couple of tackles. And you almost sense the desperation on that side of the football. They've been out here a long time in the second half. They're not having much success stopping the OU run game right now.
Kewan Jones replaces Peterson from the 27 in Texas territory. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff to Kewan. Left tackle. Can't get by Huff, and tackle at the 25. Wilson wide left. Clayton in motion right to left. Handoff goes to Kewan Jones. Over left tackle. Gets a couple to the 18. Jason White gets the snap. He's looking. He throws a pass. It is caught. Peoples at the 15-yard line. And first down, Oklahoma. Wow. Right in front of Cedric Griffin. Both hands he took it and hugged it to his chest. An 8-yard pickup, and the Sooners have their 4th first down this drive and their 22nd first down of the game at the Texas 15-yard line.
Peterson's back.
Adrian Peterson checks back in.
I bet he gets it the first game. What do you think?
That'd be a pretty good kid. Clock running with 8:27 to go, 4th period. Clayton wide right. I formation. Peterson top of the eye. Roberts on the wing to the left in motion. Under center is Jason White. Gives to Peterson. Left side. Touch 15. 10-yard line. Fighting hard out of bounds. And they'll mark it out at the 7 or 6. It's going to be the 6. So a pickup of 9 yards on that run to the left side. You were right, Merv. He got the ball.
That's a lucky guess.
Ball is at the 6. It's 2nd down, a yard to go. Kewan Jones replaces Peterson. Clock running with 8:12. Clock stopped right now while they moved the chain. Might have stepped out of bounds over there. At any rate, I formation. Reynolds and Kewan Jones from the 6. Willie Roberts in motion. Under center is Jason White. He turns. Gives to Kewan. Left side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, Oklahoma. As Kewan Jones, Wes Sims sealed it off. Great block by Wes Sims.
Great job.
Kewan Jones with the 6-yard run. And the Sooners get a little breathing room. 12-0. Now let's see if they go for 1 or 2 here.
I'd think 1, Bob. As late as the game it is, I think you go for 1 here.
DeCarlo is there, so you're right. That's why you're the coach. That's the 4th touchdown of the year for Kewan Jones. Well, I'll tell you, there was a great block by Wes Sims from Weatherford. They're in the shotgun, going for 2. To north, Kewan Jones to the left. Wilson in motion from left to right. Waiting for the snap. Jason White gets it, looks right, throws a pass. Caught, no good. Caught, and Huffman had him immediately, Clayton. Here's the kickoff following the touchdown. It's a deep onside kick. And fair catch Singapore taken at the Texas 26-yard line by Will Matthews. Shotgun formation. Vincent Young looks up, throws a flat pass. Caught by Benson. He slips and falls after a pickup of a yard. They have double tight end. Vince Young back to pass, throws. Caught, but down immediately at the 31.
Joke.
Joke on you to get you. Makes the stop. He hit him. Jeffrey Slow getting up and holding his right shoulder. Honey got to get you really nailed him hard. Only 2 wide receivers out to the right. Shotgun. Vince Young rolls to his right, looking to pass or run. Plenty of daylight. Runs to the ball and has the first down at the 40-yard line. Shotgun. Vince Young. With Vincent back in there, looks upfield, throws a long pass downfield. Yeah, it's incomplete. Knocked away. Great play by Brodney Poole. Knocked it away from Bro Scaife for the Texas 39. Vincent to the right of Young. Young keeps the ball. He goes left. He's hit in the backfield. Rufus Alexander Has he? And that'll be a loss, I believe, of a yard at least. Now they mark it back right at the line of scrimmage. Shotgun, and to the left is Vincent. So shotgun. Young looks upfield. Lobs a pass downfield. And it's beautifully caught. Defending was Perkins, but Lima Swede on the catch, leaping catch, and a long first down gain from the Texas 39 on 3rd and 10, all the way down to the Oklahoma 35. Wow. There's Vince Young, pretty good protection. Now he throws a long pass downfield, in and knocked away at the last minute. By gonna get you. 5:08 to go in the fourth period. Corner blitz, and Perkins gets Young, gets away from him, and ball is fumbled. It's on the ground. It's still on the ground, and looks like Texas ends up with it. But all the Sooners are saying they end up with it. And I believe the Sooners did get it. Let's see who gets up the pile last. Perkins is injured on the field, meanwhile. He's the one that caused all of it. And I don't know who recovered it. I think it was Clint Ingram, but boy, look. Let's go down to Mark Rogers. Mark.
Bob, it looks like right now they're working on his leg. And back, Ingram was the one that fell on the ball. Looked like Vince Young just kind of threw it up in the air, really. So very strange play, but we'll hope the best for Antonio Perkins right now.
Second recovery of the day for Ingram. Well, what a big one it is, Merv.
It really is.
But hopefully there's not an injury to Perkins.
He may have been trying to make him think he was throwing an incomplete pass right there. The ball just swung out of his hands. That's the one thing about him. If you can get people around him, I don't think he protects the football particularly well. He's such a gifted, great runner.
Motion from right to left is Clayton. Pitch to Kewan Jones, left side, 45, and he tripped up on his own man for Oklahoma. 4:23 to go fourth period. I formation. In motion, Clayton from slot left to the right. Under center, Jason White. He turns, pitches to Kewan Jones, sweeping right. He's tripped up again. Comes to rest at about the 49 or 50. Single coverage. Now Clayton comes in motion from right to left.
Nobody went out to cover him.
Here's the blitz rolling out. Pass thrown. Tip. Intercepted. Got it. No, it hit the ground. This time he called it. There's the snap. The rush is on. Ferguson gets it away. Nice high kick.
Beauty.
Nobody back deep for Texas. It hits at the 6. It hits at the 5. And Bradley's down to down it for Oklahoma. And let's see where they call it. At the 5-yard line. How about shotgun formation? 2 wide receivers left and 1 to the right. Benson is to the right of Vincent Young. Back to pass, blitz is on, flat pass caught to Benson to the 5, gets away from Jonathan Jackson. Now Jackson catches up with him, knocks him forward, but it'll be a first down at the 21-yard line. It's the 21-yard line, back to pass. Young throws a pass upfield, way overthrown. Texas now throwing their own 16-yard line. Shotgun, Vincent Young, pass, is thrown behind the intended receiver and incomplete. Intended for tight end David Thomas. He just came out of the game.
No, he's in there.
I don't mean Verdon, I mean Kentucky. There's a corner blitz. There's a pass downfield. Throwing it up for grabs was Vincent Young. And they have a little extracurricular activity between one of the linemen and Magruder. Shotgun formation. Vincent Young with Benson to his right. Back to pass. Looks, still looking. He'll run with us. Plenty of that room. Cuts up field, and he'll be short of the first down. The Sooners will take over. Under center, White pitches to Peterson, looking to the left side. Not much there for him. Goes back to the right and gets away from one band, but he's behind the line, still behind the line of scrimmage, and they wrestle him out of bounds hard at the 30-yard line. Jason White under center, takes the ball, turns, gives it to Kewan.
See there?
Right tackle, 30, 25, down to the 23-yard line. Jones at the top of the I. Moses in motion from left to right. Runs a fullback, turn, and give to Kewan. Down the middle, 20. Boy, it looked like he would break that for a moment. got to the 18 or close to it. That's where the first down was.
Same play,
Mark
same
is.
kind of hole.
I think he'll be short of the first down. It'll be 4th and inches, but they will measure with a minute 32 seconds to go. They're measuring. It will be short, as we suspected. Roberts in motion, tight end, the turn. The give. Kiwan easily has the first down to the 15-yard line, maybe the 14. Needed inches and got about 3 or 4 yards. A minute 6.
Send in some young guys.
Ball's at the 15 where they put it. Now they will take a knee here. They're in the take a knee formation. 48 seconds to go. We'll just take it and take a knee.
When's the last time the Sooners shut Texas out?
We'd have to go to the record book to find that out over Texas. Once again, with the clock running 13 seconds, they need to take a knee once more, and then that'll be it. And there it is. The Sooners have beaten Texas for the 5th time in a row. First time that's happened since the 1950s. Oklahoma 12 and Texas nothing. As Oklahoma, very impressive, pitches a shutout at the Texas Longhorns.